Hey, hey, hey. Hope everybody's had a good day. It is beautiful. The sun is shining bright. Not too hot, not too cold. This is my kind of day. So, I wanted to talk about, are you being a parent or are you being a friend? And I know you're probably saying, like, okay, well, what does that mean? Interesting topic. So, as an educator and a parent myself, it's always that question, like, what position are you playing in your child's life? Because it makes a big difference. It definitely makes a big difference. And the way children think, the way children do things, the way they, like, handle, like, other adults, either in their lives or, like, in school, like, educators. Um, I was, like, raised old school. I'm gonna just say that. Like, it was, you respect your elders, like, you don't use, like, profanity. You are pretty much respectable to adults around you. Like, you just carry yourself in a different type of way, like a different type of manner. So it leads me to think, like, has our generation of children, like, really changed a lot from when mature adults grew up? Because I look at today's society and I say, wow, um if I did that, like, XYZ would have happened. Or if my children, my personal children, would have did that, XYZ. Like, I never, like, played, like, those um games where you're disrespectful or you disrespect another adult or you're acting up in school like you're trying to fight teachers. I never played none of that kind of stuff. Like, I always consider myself, like, that parent that gave tough love. Like, I love my kids. My kids knew that I love them. They know that I love them. However, like, I don't play, like, disrespect. I do not play disrespect. And it's like a boundary. It's a fine line. Like, we can do fun things. Like, I try to expose them to as many things as I can. Like, we were go, to the park. Like, I love to take my kids to the parks, go to the movies, like, do a lot of different things with them, just little family stuff. But it was like a fine line. Like, you didn't get special things or privileges if you did not earn them. And you always had to, like, apply yourself. You work hard in school. Like one of my favorite sayings now that I say to my students, like, we work hard to play hard. So if you're not, like, working, then you don't get to play. So, and it's kind of like how I lived, you know, the life growing up, like, with my own children. Like, you show me that you can play hard, that you earned this or you deserve this or whatever. So I would, like, have a strong, like, parental boundary. Like, okay, you understood that I am your parent. Certain things you cannot do, certain things you cannot say. Um, but then I look at, like, how, like, some parental relationships are with their kids, and I'm like, ooh, like, the disrespect, the talking back, you hanging out with your kids doing, like, inappropriate stuff. Like, I hang out with my kids. Like, I do like to do fun stuff. Like, get together with my kids and we do fun stuff. But it's a fine line. Like, I'm not, like, going hanging out doing crazy stuff, like, with my kids. Stuff that I'm too mature to be, like, doing. Like, it's like a fine line. So it's like, my question is, like, are you, like being a parent, or are you, like, being, like, your kid's friend? Like, those are like touchy situations. Like sometimes parents don't want to be the parent, they want to be the best friend, but sometimes it's okay to be the child's friend. It's nothing wrong to be a child's friend, but keep that fine line. Like, okay, we do stuff, I want you to be able to talk to me and we have that relationship. However, it's no disrespect. No disrespect. Like, you gonna understand that I'm still your parent. You know. Um, I always used to tell my children, like, listen, you could talk to me about anything. Like, you could come to me, you could talk to me about anything. You know, I would rather you come to me and have a conversation than for me to find out something has taken place and we did not talk about it and you tried to keep it from me. That's when I feel like the consequences is worse. So it's like, do you want to have a conversation? Like, it's going to be a consequence. It's always a consequence, whether it's good or bad. It's going to be a consequence. But I feel like the consequences could be much worse if you were not honest in the front and didn't come, like in an open manner about it. Like, I had to like find out, like, you weren't truthful, or you did something inappropriate, or you got in trouble and you tried to hide it or something like that. So, um, like, even like with relationships, like, I mean, I didn't allow my kids to like start dating like early. I always told my daughters, like, books before boys. To my sons, grades before girls. And I was really adamant about that. So when my kids got older to a age of maturity where you figure they start getting googly eyed for the opposite sex or whatever, I used to be like, listen, um, we're about the schoolwork. You can date when you get out of school, or you get 18 or whatever. You can have a relationship or whatever. Um, so I feel like between like girls and boys is a little different. Like, especially my girls, I feel like I was like real like, like, yeah, you better like keep it together because you got too much in life going on, and we're not like bringing no kids in my house or whatever. Um, so I'm like, if you feel like that you feel frisky, you let me know, because we can go hands with it, so that way it's no situations or whatever. Um, but that was me like being a parent and not like saying, oh, it's okay to go out and do whatever. No, 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 no. Mm. It's just me keeping an open door policy that you can come to me and talk to me if you're feeling a certain type of way or whatever. So yeah, I just be trying to understand like how the new generation um children are like being raised. Like, I think I connect better with kids that are being parented instead of like, oh, it's okay to do this, okay to do that, because it definitely shows like in their surroundings, how they talk to people, how they treat people, and even in schools, like, we see it so much in education. The things that I see kids do and like try to get away with, I'll be like shaking my head, like, oh my god, like, I couldn't imagine like my children even doing things like that, or speaking that type of way, or being like very so disrespectful, or like verbally abusive, or like trying to hit. Like, I never could imagine that. But this is like our day and age. So it's like my advice, like, especially like from an educator talking to like a parent, like, it starts at home. It definitely starts at home. So you have to be mindful of that. Like, what are you exposing your children to? Like, what kind of environment are you creating for your kids? Like, are you creating like a parental environment that they know expectations and they know the boundaries, or are you just trying to be their best friend because you don't want to step really be like take on that parental role? But it makes it difficult when they come to school. And no educator really wants to have to call a parent because a child is like not doing the right thing. But sometimes it happens, like, you need that parent to like be in this partnership with you. Like, it has to, like they say, it takes a village. It definitely takes a village, and it makes it difficult if a parent is like not on the same page. It makes it really difficult, you know. So like, if in order for your children to like succeed and have like the better success, is like everybody has to be on board. And like you really like need to be a parent like to your kids. Like I'm not saying like go crazy, oh the board be a drill sergeant, be strict, da da da, because that's not going to get you the results that you or expect or you need. But you can have a happy medium that your kids know to respect you, but they also know um, that they can come to you and um, you're like a parental friend, but not just like a friend that doesn't want to be a parent, but like a parental friend. So like it's a difference in the two. So that's my thought for today. Are you like being a parent or are you being a friend to your children?